I am now about to tell you the history beyond the 5 most creepiest dolls. So if you're feeling brave, then let's begin. Just south of Mexico City, there's an island so creepy it will send shivers down your spine. It is known as the Island of the Dolls. The island is now full of decaying dolls hanging from trees where their half-empty socket eyes stare at you and their limbs are scattered everywhere. Don Julian Santa Barrera, who was the caretaker of the island, found a little girl drowning and couldn't save her life. Shortly after, Julian felt the girl was haunting the canal. Julian started to collect the dolls to appease the ghost of the girl as well as keep evil spirits at bay. But then Julian started to change, where he felt he was being forced to collect more dolls. The dolls began to be possessed by the spirit of the girl, and there have been witnesses who have reported to have seen the dolls move their heads, arms and even their eyes, with no explanations as to how. Julian began to hear voices telling him to go to the canal. He didn't want to go as he was terrified. He is found dead in 2001, where he drowned in the same spot in the canal where the girl drowned. Pupa only had one owner. She was given to a young girl in the 1920s and stayed with her until the owner's death in 2005. It is said the owner loved Pupa so much that she would take Pupa wherever she went. As the girl got older and became grandmother, she would tell her grandkids how Pupa would have a mind of her own and have conversations with her. Since Pupa's original owner had died in 2005, the new owners have said Pupa has become very active and seems to want to be released from the glass case that Pupa is now kept in. There are reports that people have seen the glass of the case steamed, and inscribed on the inside of the case are what appears to be a small child's fingertip and the words Pupa hates. The family have said that Pupa is known to move by herself. When they wake up, she will be in a different position in the glass case than what she was before they went to bed. Tapping noises began to be heard come from the glass case, and when they turned around, Pupa's hand was pressed against the glass case with her legs crossed. One member of the family has even witnessed Pupa standing and walking within the case. Mandy the doll now lives at Cornell Museum after being donated to the museum in 1991 by its owner. Mandy is estimated to be over 90 years old. Her owner said she used to hear baby cries during the night, and when she went upstairs, the window next to the doll would be open even though the window was shut earlier that day. Now the museum staff and volunteers are experiencing strange occurrences such as footsteps being heard but no one there, and objects going missing. Mandy received so much attention from visitors witnessing strange happenings that she was actually moved to another location in the museum, as it's thought she harmed the other dolls. The past owner has said since the museum now have Mandy, the baby cries and footsteps in her house has now stopped. Robert is a doll that was given to a boy named Gene by a servant that was being treated badly by his parents. The servant knew voodoo and black magic. Many strange things started occurring at the Otto household. Neighbours claimed to see Robert the doll moving from window to window all by itself. The Otto family started to hear Robert the doll giggle and saw Robert running around the house. Gene started to have nightmares and scream during the night, where Gene's parents would find furniture overturned in his bedroom and Gene hiding under his covers with Robert near his bed staring at them. Gene cried out, "Robert did it!" The Annabelle doll was given to a girl named Donna by her mother in 1970. Donna and her roommate Angie noticed the doll would switch positions or move around the apartment when they weren't looking. Eventually they began to find messages on parchment paper like "help me", even though they did not keep a parchment paper in the apartment. They brought in a medium who concluded the doll was possessed by the ghost of a girl who was buried underneath the apartment. The strange happenings started to increase. Angie's friend, who was sleeping at her apartment, said he woke up, but he couldn't move. It was like he was suffering from sleep paralysis, and then he noticed Annabelle the doll was gliding up his leg and then moved onto his chest, and then it stopped. He then said the doll started to strangle him while he was still paralysed, and then as he was gasping for air, he blacked out. That wasn't the only horrifying experience, as Dominic returned home to find Annabelle on her bed with what seemed to be blood on Annabelle's hand. Annabelle now lives in the occult museum in a locked case. Her locked case is holy water encrusted. The horror movie The Conjuring is based on what many regard as the most haunted doll in the world, the Annabelle doll. What do you believe is the most creepiest doll? If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a like and subscribe.